Oh, and we have Chastity. Hello, Chastity. You made it. Hello. Okay, great. Line everybody up. Chastity and Lamisha. Okay, great. Welcome back. It's Give Local 757 live 4 p.m. broadcast. Less than 8 hours to go. More than $1.2 million raised. And I can't wait to introduce you to all these wonderful folks. There they are, clapping down on all across the Hampton roads. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's get going. It's Give Local 757 live.
Hey, Hampton Roads.
Today is your last chance to help the nonprofits that give so much to our area.
At the Armed Services YMCA, every dollar you donate helps strengthen local military families.
Because of your donation, we served over 6,000 meals.
Go to givelocal757.org and make a donation to the nonprofit of your choice.
Give now! Because of your donation, we can have a safe, full-time, in-person learning environment.
Give now at givelocal757.org.
That's right. It's givelocal757.org. We've got some great nonprofits coming up. Again, my name is Chris Strubb, the Giving Day guy here. It's 4 p.m. and we're going to dive right into it this hour. Again, if you want to donate and support, the place to go is givelocal757.org. You can see that running total here below me, more than $1.23 million. There's also prizes that you can check out at givelocal757.org/prizes. If you're missing Jen and the prize update, well, there's no prizes to announce this hour. So Jen will be back in our 6 p.m. broadcast. So stay tuned for that. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and like our Facebook page. But we've got so many great nonprofits this hour. We want to dive right into it. I've got Chastity and Lamisha from the Social Butterflies Foundation. Hello, ladies. Happy Give Local 757 Day. It is great to meet you. Love the background. Why don't you give me some verbal background? How about that segue about your organization?
Well, Social Butterflies Foundation obviously is a registered 501c3 nonprofit, and we're dedicated to helping lupus and fibromyalgia survivors and their families. We provide direct assistance with things such as our emergency medical financial assistance program, our COVID relief now, since we're in this pandemic, college scholarships, because we want to see our young survivors, not just fly, but soar. We also have support groups for both adults and youth. We have a WIG outreach program, a care program, someone's going through difficult times like bereavement or, anything. We'd like to show that we do care and provide services.
Chastity, we've got a video that you sent over from the Social Butterfly Foundation, and I'm going to cue that up, and then we'll come right back to you. I got some more questions for you.
Okay.
I'm Chastity Corbett, founder and CEO of Social Butterflies Foundation. And now more than ever, we need you to give Local 757. We need your help with our emergency financial assistance program, our college scholarships, and support groups for lupus and fibromyalgia survivors. Please find it in your heart to make a donation today. Thank you.
And of course, today is that big day, Give Local 757 Day. Chastity, why did you get started with this organization? What inspired you to start this organization?
I have lupus myself, and I remember what it was like when I was first diagnosed. I didn't truly understand what it was, and I felt alone. I just, didn't know anyone else that had lupus at the time, and that's not a good feeling to have, and so I just started advocating and speaking out more about lupus and what it was like to live with lupus. And then I started meeting more and more people that also was going through the same thing I was going through. And 2018, it was like, we need to create an organization that's actually dedicated to providing some real assistance to those living with this illness. And also, we don't want anyone to feel like that. We don't want anyone to feel like they're alone. Our mantra is butterflies don't let each other fly alone.
And I think you've got another butterfly there with you. You want to introduce us to Lamisha?
Yes, this is Lamisha Cross. She's Social Butterflies Foundation's vice president. And she is just so compassionate about the cause. She doesn't have either illness, but she has family members that are living with it. And she works in a rheumatologist's office. So that puts her even closer with working with lupus and fibromyalgia patients every day.
And Lamisha, how's it been working with the organization, and explain to me the impact of the work that you get to do?
Working with Social Butterflies Foundation is phenomenal. Working with staff and our board members, and every time we reach out to them with the support groups, we provide financial assistance. A great feeling. Not only are you, giving back to the community, but you're actually touching so many families that this invisible illness is affecting. And it makes you feel great. It makes the people that you're helping feel great as well. And that's what we're here for. Because like she said, our motto is never fly alone. We do not want people, our survivors and family members, caregivers, to feel like they're alone. So Social Butterfly Foundation, you will never fly alone.
It's very special to hear. And thank you guys, both of you, for taking the time to join us today. Of course, today is the day that people can go and donate at givelocal757.org. How are the donations coming along so far today, Chastity?
I haven't checked them again recently, but I'm hoping they keep on. You got until midnight. Every dime that you donate actually stays in our community, and we make sure that the people we're serving are actually receiving that assistance.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. And it was great to meet you in person. I saw your video, and I was definitely excited to meet you in real life like this as well. So keep up the great work, keep up the good fight, and wishing you the best of luck. Let's bring on our next guest here. Thank you. Let's bring on our next guest here. Her name is Stacy Rogers. So Stacy, if you've got your mic unmuted. Stacy, it's great to meet you. Why don't you take a couple minutes here and tell me all about EquiKids?
Absolutely. So EquiKids is a very special horse farm. We use horses to help heal children, adults, and veterans using horses for therapy. So people come to us and they receive services that help heal both their bodies, their minds, their spirits. And we've been providing services for 30 years here in Virginia Beach. So we're super excited to be involved today. And we certainly hope that people watching will continue to support our community through 757. This is a great day, and it's a great opportunity to help us fill some of the voids that our community needs help with right now.
Fantastic. Let's take a quick look at the video that you sent over, and we'll bring you right back on.
I think I understand why you do it, why you choose to support EquiKids and EquiVet's mission to serve children and veterans with emotional, physical, or cognitive challenges. From muscle strengthening, increasing flexibility, balance, and fine motor skills, improving coordination, increasing respiration and circulation, to boosting self-confidence, improving self-esteem, and emboldening people to venture out beyond their previous limits. So thank you. Thank you for joining us in this mission. Thank you for being here in the good times and tough times. Together, we're accomplishing great things. And let's bring you back on there. Stacey, that's a beautifully produced
video. So nice work there. Can you talk a little bit about the specificity of the need today? And if somebody jumps online and makes a donation to EquiKids, where exactly are those dollars going?
Absolutely. So EquiKids is a program that is entirely privately funded. So we rely on the generosity of individuals to help us provide services for nominal or free of charge to all of the people that participate. We have about 135 riders a week when we're at our peak, asterisk COVID right now. In order to make those services possible, it takes up to $400 an hour to be able to provide those. So every single dollar that any individual is able to help donate to our program has an immediate direct impact on the people that we serve. And this year, COVID has had a negative impact on a lot of our families, our children, our youth, our vulnerable populations. They need services to help bring them back into health and wellness across their entire life cycle. We need the funds, we need the money. It's been a tough year for everyone, and we want to help our community come back and be its best self.
Just take a minute to touch on I'm sure you're a big fan of horses yourself. Yes.
You can't do what we do and not love horses.
And I know we've got a little bit of a delay here, so I know that seemed like a very obvious setup question, but talk about what it means to spend a couple minutes even with a horse. I've had a chance to do that through some of my travels as well, and it seems particularly calming and restorative when you get a chance to do that.
Yes, like so many therapy animals bring us very special peace to people that are struggling or living with disadvantages or disabilities. Our horses are very, very special. Not only are they majestic and beautiful, but they're also emotionally connected. They mirror and sense any emotions or struggles that a person may be dealing with, and it allows them to connect with that animal in order for them to be well and healthy, and helps develop them physically. We help heal them and build their muscles, build their confidence, and build their emotional bonds and trust. It's powerful, and we get to see some really, really amazing things. We've seen children that are nonverbal talk to their horses. We've seen individuals that are struggling with paralysis be able to walk on the back of a horse.
Wow.
It's some pretty powerful stuff. And if you've ever connected with a horse, being able to give that gift to people that might not have that opportunity, it's profound.
Well, Stacy, I concur. It seems like a wonderful organization, and I want to thank you for taking some time out of your busy day today to join us and to share those stories with us. Again, if you go to givelocal757.org, just type in EquiKids, and you can make your donation. You have a favorite horse? Last question for you. You got a favorite horse out there?
Oh, Braveheart is everybody's favorite. He's a mounted patrol retiree. He's come on to help us in his next career, helping people that need his assistance.
All right. Well, shout out to you. Shout out to Braveheart and to all the families that are benefiting from EquiKids. And for you watching at home, this is your chance to help make a difference in the lives of those families. So, Stacy, thank you so much for taking the time today. Great job. We really appreciate you, and maybe we'll get a chance to do this again in real life next year.
Thanks, Chris, and everybody stay safe out there.
Thank you so much. All right, let's go next to Katie. So, Katie, if you got your mic unmuted, there we are. Hello, Katie. It's great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Thanks for having us.
Happy Give Local 757 Day. Why don't you tell me all about the mission of the Youth Volunteer Corps of Hampton Roads?
All right. Yes, we have been on in Virginia, so that we're the first affiliate of Youth Volunteer Corps to have an affiliate in Virginia. And so we've been in Hampton Roads for 11 and a half years. And our mission is to connect youth to meaningful service learning experiences so that they can build confidence, they can build 21st century skills, they're, gaining career readiness skills, and really just building an awareness of the needs in their community so they can be more empathetic and compassionate toward others. Just all those life skills that we want to see in our future leaders. And we do that in a very structured way so that they come and gel as a team, do some icebreakers, serve different needs in the community, and then reflect on the work that they're doing and have a service learning activity that deepens their understanding of the impact they can have and the advocacy efforts that they can continue making in their work.
It's like you've done this before. That was a terrific answer. So I've got a video to play from you guys here. Let me make sure I got the right video here. Yep, I think this is it. So we'll take a look and then I'll come right back with more with Katie.
Thank you for your dedication to this amazing organization.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for empowering youth.
Thank you for giving me a chance to make a difference in the community.
Thank you for your energy.
Thank you for believing in us.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your commitment.
Thank you for your passion.
Thank you for supporting the Youth Volunteer Corps of Hampton Roads.
And that's really what today is all about, is gratitude. Can you touch again on the importance of expressing gratitude and teaching that lesson to young people?
Sure. And I always feel like you have to say these things nowadays in 2021, but that video was shot before the pandemic. So our, just this idea that we always tell our youth volunteers that when they go into a service situation, that we don't ever want them to feel guilty for the things that they do have. We never want them to feel like they, somehow should walk away feeling, that they're maybe the privileges that they do have should carry a heavy weight on them, but it should empower them to say, with the things I do have, with the talents I do have, I'm going to, number one, be grateful, and then I'm going to make sure that I am using those gifts, talents, and the circumstances that have allowed me to be here to bless other people. So, I think just that idea of gratitude can go really far as a youth volunteer and in our daily lives, especially in the nonprofit world, where we really rely on collaboration. We rely on the support of others. That's absolutely how Youth Volunteer Corps has gotten where we are. We collaborate with so many nonprofits, so many schools, so many organizations that allow us to come in and bring youth volunteers who help fill needs in the work that they do, but they're also giving these rich experiences to our youth and helping them walk alongside them in their mission. So we consider ourselves a youth development organization. The vehicle for that is service. And we absolutely love empowering youth to see that they can make a difference even as a young person.
You want to take a second to dive into the specifics of a couple of those partnerships maybe? And,
sure.
We've been talking about that all day long, and kind of the fun of this live stream effort today has been seeing so many of these nonprofits come in sort of one after another, and then even on screen together. That collaborative spirit seems very strong in the Hampton Roads region.
Absolutely. So I have some fun artifacts I could even share. You'll probably recognize a lot of the names that I'm about to lob out there. So one that I don't have an artifact to show you is Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Just 2 Saturdays ago, we had 28 youth volunteers outdoors building beds for local children who don't have a bed to sleep in. And so we built 30 beds in the span of one afternoon, or it was actually morning and afternoon, so about 5 hours, 30 beds. And what that did is it allowed our youth to understand that there are children who don't have a bed to sleep in, and the impacts that just a lack of good sleep can have long-term and short-term. And it allowed them to also put their hands on power tools, to use some STEM skills to gain confidence with, power drills, and we had all kinds of power tools going, sanders and saws. So that's one organization we collaborate with. And then, believe it or not, we also have been doing some virtual projects, not as many because we're getting more in person, but especially at the height of the pandemic, we had youth doing virtual projects supporting the Virginia Living Museum, for example. We actually learned that animals also need enrichment, and when they're in isolation, they like to have toys, just like, we need to be stimulated when we're isolated at home. And they like to have these little enrichment items, and our youth have been making those. We made dog toys for the SPCA from home. We've had youth doing virtual projects, knitting hats for SAME. So you probably have heard of So All May Eat in Hampton. We support them in person on Mondays during our summer program, and also virtually by knitting hats. So lots of fun things that we try to get our youth to do together to make an impact, but also learning about the organizations and, just the needs in our community.
That's so awesome to hear. Thank you so much for taking the time today. If someone wants to learn more about your organization, let's say they're seeing this after Give Local today, where would they go to do that?
So our website is www.yvchr.org, and we're also on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is YVC Hampton Roads. Instagram is YVCHR. And you know what? We can twin. So there we go. Now
you got that. I love it.
There we go.
We're totally twinning.
That's right.
Tammy, that's for you. Thank you so much. Katie, this has been fantastic to meet you. Really appreciate it. And I wish you the best of luck with your Give Local 757 efforts today.
Thank you so much.
All right. We got one more. Last but certainly not least, it is my friends Anne and Rico. Let's cube them in here from Communities and Schools of Hampton Roads. Hey guys.
How you doing?
Doing pretty great here in hour number 16, whatever this might be, of Give Local 757. It's a long day, but it's a really fulfilling day, isn't it?
It definitely is.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, for anyone who might not know the mission behind Communities and Schools, you want to give us sort of the 411?
Communities and Schools of Hampton Roads is the local affiliate of the leading national dropout prevention nonprofit. We surround students with a community of support. Like our predecessors were talking about, we have relationships with all sorts of different local organizations, and our goal is to ensure that every student in the schools that we're in the 6 of the 7 cities of Hampton Roads, that the students have an equal opportunity to succeed in school. Our supports look like tutoring, counseling, coordinating, other resources. Maybe the family is having trouble securing food or other necessities, and so we facilitate helping them find those types of resources. All of that is to give the child an equal playing field so that the child doesn't have to worry about things that would affect their performance in school.
I want to ask you, before we play the video that you guys sent over, in my notes here, you guys added a required social emotional learning element to the national model. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yes. So right now, our site coordinators are doing so many activities virtually, really increasing the kids' social and emotional skills. So really focusing on really checking in with them, making sure that they're doing okay. And as far as emotional, just making sure that they are getting what they need and they're being serviced, wrap around services, which we all provide here at Communities and Schools.
A good example is that our site coordinators, we achieved this by placing a site coordinator in each of the public schools we serve. And during the pandemic, our site coordinators created a social media check-in. And so that their students could reply daily with a heart, with a different colored heart, and the different colored heart had a different meaning. And so that let the site coordinator know if the child was struggling or if they were having a good day or things like that. And that really made the child be aware of what they were feeling on that particular day. And it alerted the site coordinator as to whether they needed to make special effort to make contact with the kid that day.
Let's take a quick look at the video that you guys sent over so we can get some more visuals here with the Communities and Schools program.
Whether school buildings are open or closed, we're always there for our students because kids who already struggle with poverty, emotional trauma, and other learning barriers need our support more than ever. At Communities and Schools, we do whatever it takes. Tutoring, mentoring, providing resources for at-home learning, and just checking in schools and in communities, making sure all kids can learn and succeed. For more information, visit communitiesandschools.org.
Communitiesandschools.org. We've got Ann and Rico here. So today's the day to give. Give it to me in 30 seconds here. Why is Communities and Schools so worthy of the donations of this person watching at home right now? Make your pitch.
after this year of pandemic, where the pandemic has created complete upheaval in our schools and with learning for our students, our site coordinators are what these students have depended on for consistency in their learning. And as we go into the next school year, when it is anticipated that a lot of children are disconnected from school and will suffer a learning loss, our site coordinators will be by those students' sides to ensure that those students are able to achieve in school and in life.
It's beautifully said. Rico, I think she said it all.
Said. I don't need to say anything else.
She's great.
I would only hinder you, but we are going to roll with what Ann said and give. I mean, these kids our students are so resilient. And so we are just encouraging everybody to just reach in those purses and pockets and really just bless our students and our organization so we can continue to provide the services and so that we can stay in the schools so we can keep the kids in school.
And I checked before we came on the live stream, and we were just shy of 50% of the way towards our goal of $10,000. Hopefully we've hit that $5,000 in the past 45 minutes. But if not, we'd ask you to help us get to that goal of $10,000.
All right, Hampton Roads, you heard it directly from the Communities and Schools team. Go make your donations now. GiveLocal757.org. And Enrico, thank you so much for taking the time today to join us. And we wish you the best of luck the rest of your Give Local 757 campaign.
Thank
you,
guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Great to meet you guys. So that's going to wrap it up for our 4 p.m. broadcast. My name is Chris Strubb, the Giving Day guy. $1.25 million raised. We're going to play a little. That's pretty good. $1.25 million. I don't have a graphic built for it. You'll have to wait for 1.5 to see that. But we will be back at 6 p.m. live here with our continued coverage of Give Local 757. Again, brought to you by our friends at Switcher Studio.
What's 6 times more engaging than video? Live video. Switcher Studio lets you create amazing live video. Switch angles, add graphics, invite guests, all on iPhones and iPads, and stream it anywhere. Start your free trial at switcherstudio.com.